Hello D's, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm. And today we're not in Benidorm, we're not in Albir, not even Altea, Calpe, or any other village or town nearby Benidorm. We are only 7 minutes by car away from Alicante. We are in the famous Campello, and we will be discovering the Campello Beach with all of the information, the prices in the shops, the prices for food and drinks, and everything you should know, and how to get here, because it's quite easy. And this place is incredible and worth visiting. Let's go. And today's video is starting obviously right by the beginning of the beach of Campello. There are several ways how you can get here. First of all, you can use the public transport, and if you are either in Benidorm, Denia, Altea, Albir, Alfaz, Villajoyosa, or you can take a tram direction Alicante, and if you're coming from Alicante, it's just a few stops from there direction Benidorm with line number 1. This is the tram line that connects all the coastal area right here between Benidorm and Alicante. And Campello is actually a very popular and touristic village where you can not only enjoy the older part of it, the city center, the small teeny tiny streets with houses, typical historical buildings, but also have a more typical holiday here, which is by the beach. The other way to come here is with a car. It takes around half an hour to go up until Campello, 25 minutes, 30 minutes more or less from Benidorm as the most. You can take a taxi or you can take a bus from Benidorm bus station, or it depends from where you are actually going, or a taxi if you don't mind paying this much money, because it is going to be slightly expensive, way more than the public transport will. A lot of people love this beach. It's sandy. It is quite windy out here. There's quite a few waves, which means that there are some schools for paddle surf and for surfing that even have directions right before entering the beach on how to do some special tricks, how to maintain yourself on the water, and how to act when the wave is actually coming. So there is also some water sports available here in the area from the port of Campello, which will be at the end of our video. We are able to see as well some more sports such as jet skis, which is great if you want to try these out while you will be here in Campello area. The water is very nice, more or less the same temperature than it is in Benidorm, around 20 degrees, but here more and more people are already swimming and enjoying it. Many businesses are located here nearby. Obviously, it's more or less as Benidorm. By the promenade, you have the big amount of different bars, restaurants, cafeterias, tapas places, some shops for souvenirs, or something basic that you would potentially need if you want to go to the beach and if you forgot something, such as sunscreen, sun hats, maybe an umbrella, or some things for children to play. Right now it's around 11 in the morning. It's not too late, it's still early morning, and there's more and more people each time enjoying their lovely walk. Right there in front of us, where we have blue and yellow signs on the wind, this is where right to the left there is the surfing school. I think it's like a paddle surf. You need to bring the special vests, like life-saving water vests, floating vests. You need to register, and then they just give you all the equipment, they bring it there, they show you how to do it. And right next to this place there's an information board, this vertical one that shows you how you should be using the items correctly, which is very interesting. Let us know if you've tried sometimes the paddle surf and if you enjoyed it. Here it is quite windy, I must say, but we do see some people in the water having some nice time. The wind is not something specific of this area. Here in our region today, it's also quite windy, so it's just a day like this. It's just the weather. Let's see what the prices are in different types of bars, restaurants, and cafeterias here. A lot of them do have offers, cocktails, mojitos, different types of cold beers. They put all the variety that they have without prices. Happy hour, €6 por copa, which is like for a drink. Mojito from 4 till 8 p.m., €6 for any kind of drink. Copa means that it's like an alcohol beverage with something, like vodka lemon or whiskey coke, things like these, or like a very, very easy cocktails. €6 for one. It's not a bad price. Before inflation, it costed €4, €5. Now it's 6, which we just need to accept that prices have changed everywhere, not only here in the area. All this promenade of Campello, by the way, is walking promenade. There is pedestrian side only. Before, there used to pass cars, and some cars are able to pass, those who bring supplements and products and goodies towards the local businesses. But apart from that, and apart from residents, unless they have a garage, no one is passing through this area, and it's mostly pedestrian only, plus the electric scooters, mobility scooters, and bicycles. There are some Indian restaurants here nearby. There are some shops with souvenirs, with a lot of typical beach thingies that you can purchase. Menus, let's see it. €28 for one menu and 34 for the other one. The difference is that you have more plates from where to choose, and the ingredients are slightly more exclusive of a kind, if you know what I mean. Here we have some umbrellas. Let's go and see a typical shop. Umbrellas, we have some snacks, popcorn machine. Okay, here we have for $2.30 Lay's, Doritos, Cheetos, etc. Then we have €3, €4 bracelets of a different kind. Freshly made popcorn. Let's see what we have here. €50 for chewing gum. We're just buying an umbrella right now because we need it for the beach desperately. So here we have some bracelets. The price is not bad, $3.50 more or less. Some more sweets. There's some balls to play on the beach. There's glasses. They call mascara. They're called like masks to dive into the water. $5.95. Slippers, €10, $8.90 more or less. That's what it is. Umbrella, by the way, for the beach costs €20, a slightly bigger one. These ones for children to play in the sun cost around €5 to €8, depending on what it is. Some typical Spanish fruit and veggies are also available here. And popcorn, which is made inside of this machine. There's like popcorn seeds inside, then you just put €2 and then it prepares it for you automatically. I'm not sure if I would use it because I would be afraid that these popcorn seeds are there for a really, really long time. So I'm not too sure I would actually purchase it from that machine. And I do think not a lot of people actually do because they think exactly the same as I do. Let us know if you would purchase it from this machine. $24.50 menu of the day with a plate to share the main meal plus the dessert. Here we have some more salads. It just depends. It's interesting because in each of these places we see some menus do cost €12. Other menus cost 24, 34. There's like a big difference in price. Let's see here in Fresco. Spanish and English menu starters. Soup of the day gazpacho, which is called soup, €4. Salad, €7, €11. Main courses between 10 and 23 for a paella. For Spanish paella, we have meats, we have fish, we have tapas, pastas. There's so many things out here. Italian restaurant La Toscana as well. A lot of restaurants do offer right now special menus, cocktails instead of cocktails. Okay, margarita, caipirinha. Menu of the day $15.90. That's not bad, which usually for this type of price in these places, the menu is almost always consisting of the entree, so like the snack, the starter, then there is a main meal, and then either drinks are included and bread, or everything's included, like drinks, bread, and dessert, or only the dessert is included. And the higher is the price, the more things obviously will be included inside of this menu. As you can see, there's so many places on the promenade what to choose from. There's Spanish meals. typical Spanish food and drinks. La Cena by Nola. This is a place, like a franchise. We've seen it in Albir, then they've tried in Benidorm as well. They are in Calpe too. So it's open in different places. Here it seems functioning, and here it actually seems like a very, very nice place. Look at this house. These are the typical old houses right by the front line of the beach, and this one is on sale. In case you need a sales representative here, in case you need a real estate agent, our immigration office, our official immigration office, deals with all of this. So if you need to purchase some kind of property or rent something out, leave us a message on our immigration website or on the email or WhatsApp right here on the screen popping up. We'll be lucky and happy to help to our subscribers to purchase their forever home here in Spain. There's also a bread shop, local pastry, local bread shop, where they work from earliest hours at night. Even from the evening, they are preparing all the supplies to make the freshly baked bread in the morning. And this place is very popular, not only by locals, but also by tourists. Vista Mar, also a nice place, quite cheap as well. Wow, the menu is very cheap. Breakfast, €3, complete Spanish breakfast. This is cheaper than in Benidorm it is, I think. Here it costs €3. You have a coffee or tea, you have freshly pressed orange juice, and you have a toast with a tomato and olive oil. That's not bad for €3. That's like €1 per piece. That's actually very, very nice. It's one of the cheaper options for typical Spanish breakfast, I must say. There's many people at the beach. By the way, the area here by the beach is not too deep, which is great if you're not a good swimmer. The only bad thing are the waves, but it's only today, I feel, because it's very windy everywhere in the area. So that is why probably there are so many waves. But if it's a calm and quieter day, at least a tiny bit, it should be great for small children, for those who cannot swim very, very well. Some historical points here. This is what I love about Campello too. This is Carrer La Mar. This is the oldest street here. And this is where the boats used to run aground in the past. There's children playing here, and the men were obviously working. And when the Levante wind storms came to all this area, which is why it's usually windy here. There are several languages, by the way, Spanish, Valencian, and then there's English, and I think that was French, not too sure on the back of it. So these houses, it's being said that when these storms were coming, the water from the sea was coming so close to the house that it was going through the bottom part of it and exiting the house on the other side, the sea water, which is really interesting. Don't think that's actually how it was, but some truth should be in all this story. Some shops, mostly for tourists, €9.99 for dresses, around 12, 15, 20 euros for sandals and summer shoes. There's pizzerias here as well. Ooh, police car, which is also good. Police cars tends to pass every now and then because it's getting busier and busier each time, and they just want to make sure that there is no mojito sellers. There's no, by the way, we didn't see any at all. We didn't see any sellers right here by the promenade, like the ones who sell shoes, sunglasses, etc. Right now, we didn't see any. Probably there are some, but maybe just because there's a police car passing by, they just went away, disappeared. But we didn't see any. We didn't see any mojito sellers either. We didn't see here any potato men. Either they didn't come here just yet, or they are once again hiding because the police car is nearby. I'm not sure. Leave your theories. If you've been here to Campello, did you see anything of it? Or on contrary, it's not the case. Here we have some more restaurants. Some of them are closed. Others are opening up already, especially those who offer meals from early in the morning. I must say that while we are walking right now, the wind is very, very cold. Once the wind is gone, it's very hot outside, but the wind that is blowing today is extremely cold. That's so strange. Usually that's not the case. at least right now in summer, but this is like really cold winter wind blowing. Even so, there's a lot of people by the beach enjoying their holidays. At the beginning here of the beach, from the port side, there are some bathrooms and public toilets that you can use, no problem at all. There's many touristic apartments, first line, second and third lines. There are even some hotels here in this part of the beach promenade, which is great if you want to stay by the sea and enjoy it every single day. Some more, this one is on sale, gastro bar. Some of them closed down. This is Fierro, which is like iron. The hamburger bar, some more. A lot of these are new places. Salabre, this is also a slightly newer place. Cositas, thingies, which is like random things, accessories, clothing, etc. And this one is supposed to be the accessible part of the beach. I'm not sure how it would be accessible because there's no wooden platform on the bottom of it, but it does say accessible beach, so I suppose they will still be putting a platform, they will still be preparing it, but it should be ready because the Benidorm's one is and is fully functioning. So this one is quite strange why it's not working fully. Right in front of us, we have in some specific points of the beach line here, we have information boards, which is also great. Benidorm also has it, Alicante, a lot of cities that are touristic more or less, or villages, do have these information boards. On these, you're able to see where you're actually at right now, which of the important buildings you should see or which places you should go. Biblio Playa, this is a beach library, also great. It's opening up slightly later on, and it's good for children, for adults. They have a Wi-Fi connection too, and you can come here in the morning with some cup of coffee and read some newspapers or magazines. Some more typical clothings, 10, 15, 20 euros for the umbrellas, and slightly fancier restaurants. Right here on the right side, they have their terraces, and on the left is where the physical restaurant is located. See, even children are walking down with huge ice creams by the beach. This place is quite safe right now. There's been some official reports going on from the national police and from the local police saying there was increase in crime in this area, but to be honest with you, that's why we also came here. We were really curious if things have changed since last time we've been in Campello, and I do not think we've shown it to you here on the channel just yet. Maybe we did, but very long time ago. And now it's still a very pleasant place to be. It's a great place to be. There's the beach, there's promenade, so many even fusion restaurants, Spanish Mexican or Italian Mexican fusion. There is the port that offers you different excursions. For example, excursion to Tabarca Island, the jet skis, boats for rental, for fishing, for partying. And then there is a restaurant bar, La Lonja, which is one of the most expensive ones here because they are the first ones to choose the seafood and the fish. And since it's closer to the water, it's supposed to be the freshest ever, hence the price for it. Great place, very recommended to visit if you have time during your sunny holidays here in Spain, Costa Blanca region. At least to spend a day, not more. At least that would be enough to get to know this gorgeous area of Campello. This is what the Campello Beach is actually looking like. It's an incredible place full of a lot of extras, a lot of services. Everything that you need is here nearby and definitely worth visiting. So easy with the tram line, Benidorm towards Alicante. Try it out if you will be here in the area and if you'll have some spare time, because it's definitely a great place to check out during your holidays and enjoy the gorgeous beach and so many nice restaurants and cafeterias that are located here nearby. We'll see you in a new video. Bye, TV.